Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Raven here. Today we're going to do Eric / Maximilian solo campaign, episode 24. Let's get our music started in the background. I got all my notes and everything right here that's needed. Today, the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to open up this page of notes for all the people that are in the tournament, and we're going to roll 2d20s to see who is fighting today. So number 13 is Roxy. Alright, so let's move our character sheet real quick. We'll circle Roxy's number and put a T next to it for today. And, we can't have Roxy fight herself. 13 and 14. So, Roxy and Rose are going to be fighting today. So, as the introductions begin and Roxy is introduced, she comes into the arena trying to act all fancy, like floating into the ring with wind wisping up underneath her, carrying her to where she's going. And then Rose just walks in normally, but when she gets to the center, she puts her hands together and shakes them in both directions over her shoulders, and as she does, the ground beneath her begins to ripple and shake. And then with that, we got to see who goes first. And so let's see, Roxy gets a 16 and Rose only gets a 2. So, Roxy's definitely going first, which makes sense because she's air. Oh, and Rose is earth. So, Roxy's going to spend 1 combat point to come closer into the arena, but she's still clear on the other side. She's going to then spend her other 2 combat points to cast a spell that, if she succeeds, there's my percentiles, she gains a flying speed and, does a burst of wind to deal damage. If she fails, she just does a burst of wind. So let's do percentiles. See, 62. So she does the burst of wind, and after the wind whips up around her and then bursts forth, some of the remaining wind that is continues wisp around her and then take the shape of kind of spiraling tornado wings behind her shoulder blades. And she can now fly, and let's see if Rose dodges out of the way or not. And she does. She rolls a 60. So Rose is able to make the ground ripple underneath her feet and then come up in a bump and throw and push her up and she dodges the blast of wind that is coming at her. And then it's her turn, and as she's falling down and like coming down, she's gonna attempt to spend all 3 of her combat points and 50 mana points for her big earth-shattering crush, and that's only a 16, so she fails. So let's see if she whiffs it when she falls. 83. No, okay, so she lands. She just isn't able to focus on using the spell like she wanted. So she lands on the ground normal in like a superhero pose, and then like looks around wondering like what's going on? Why is my spell not activating? And in her confusion, that's when it's Roxy's turn again, and Roxy uses 2 combat points to run up and close the distance, and then she's going to use 1 combat point now that she's in range and armor is being applied. Let me check my notes real quick. Okay, Rose has an armor of 14. She's going to spend her combat point to just form a wind sword and take a slash at her. And she rolled a 15, so that hits. And it's 1, so 6, 9, okay, it's 2d6, so Rose takes 9 damage, alright, and then it is now Rose's turn. And Rose is going to use now that she's on the ground, she can just succeed on her spell. She's going to use all 3 of her combat points and 50 mana points out of her 100 to use her special ability. And let's see if Rose can dodge out of the way from flying. 15, nope, she misses by 1. Alright, so she attempts to fly up as Rose hits the ground, and the ground begins to ripple and shake and break apart as a chasm opens up underneath of Roxy, and she falls in, and then it slowly begins to like close before she falls all the way in, and she's now trapped from like the chest down, with her arms and everything pinned. And then it is now Roxy's turn, because Rose used all her combat points, and she's like sitting there like wiping the sweat off of her head and like jumping around and waving her arms and, you know, like trying to celebrate victory already. And then Roxy is going to use her 3 combat points and 50 mana points to use her special, which is a tornado. So she begins to collect and gather the wind around, and it starts to twist and twirl and whip up and pick up sand and dust and rocks as it begins to twirl and twist around, and it's centered on her, so it begins to like break and split and crack up the ground and like pull her up into the eye, and the broken up pieces of the earth begin to like spin and twist in the center of the tornado as Rose now she gets picked up by it, but she has to make 3 saves to see if she is hit by any of the rubble as she's spinning around. So she doesn't on that one. She doesn't on that one. And, well, that makes sense. So as she's, like, picked up, as Rose is picked up and spun around, every time, like, a piece of, like, rubble or, like, a shard of earth or something comes, like, hurling her way, she just uses her magic to, like, push it out from hitting her, because she's got earth magic, and she just like continues to like spin and twist and flip around, and she's like screaming, and we're gonna roll to see if she gives up from this or not. 73. Nope, she does not choose to give up. And so now it is her turn. She is going to use 1 combat point to control like a piece of earth that's flinging like around her, to like put it under her feet and like grab it with one of her hands and stable herself and like hunker herself to the piece of earth with her magic. And then she's gonna spend another other 2 combat points and 20 mana points. So she's got 30 mana points left to take another rock that's like spinning around that she can see, that's kind of closer to the eye, and she breaks it apart into shards and then blasts the shards forward into the eye, and we'll see if it makes it through. Okay, it makes it through, so it's gonna hit her, and it's gonna hit Roxy. Alright, so Roxy's going to take, it's right here, 2d10 damage. So 2, and so 6. Alright, so... Alright, and... that, let's see if it makes her get, like, pushed out of the tornado or not. 67, cool, yeah, it does. Alright, so as she gets, like, blasted by these shards of rock, it hurls her, boom, out of the tornado, and as she falls and hits the ground, taking 2d6 because of how high she is, so 9. Alright. She falls to the ground, and the tornado dissipates, and all of the rubble and sand and everything begins to fall onto the ground, and Rose is still on the piece of earth. She lands perfectly fine, and then it is now Roxy's turn. And we're going to see if that broke her will or not. Like, it broke her will to fight. So, let's see. And it did. That's only an 8. So, blasting her out of the tornado. Roxy looks at Rose, and she, like, puts her hands up, and then she, like, grabs the teleportation scroll, and she activates it, signifying that she has decided to forfeit. So, Rose is the winner, and Roxy is out of the tournament. Alright. Good job, bros. We have enough time to do one more. So, let me just fix that real quick. Alright, so, Rose won't fight again because she's already fought today. So, we will say, alright, this is the next day. Everyone's nice and rested. Let's see who... 17 is Melvin. So, we're gonna do Melvin. And who is Melvin gonna go against? Oh, 13 is eliminated, just got eliminated. That's Roxy. So 3 is Rex. So it'll be Melvin versus Rex. And that should be interesting. Let's actually see who goes first, and then we'll introduce them by that. So, Melvin gets a 6, Rex gets a 13. Alright, so Rex comes out first, and he isn't, particularly interesting, in his entrance. He just walks out and holds, his shield high in one hand, and his sword high in the other, and the cheered crowd, or the crowd begins to cheer. I said that backwards. And then Melvin, when, let's see if he wants to do a showy performance or not. Yeah, sure. So, as he walks out, lightning's, like, blasting from his fingertips as he's, like, trying to show off and be all fancy. And so, Rex goes first. So, let's see. Rex is earth and light. Melvin is lightning. So, let's see. Rex is going to immediately start off with a combination spell. He's going to spend all 3 combat points and 50 of his 200 mana points. So he's at 150, and I'm just making a note of his remaining mana real quick. And as he reaches out his sword, he begins to collect rays of light from the sky as they begin to gather and wisp around the sword before condensing into the sword, and it begins to burst and beam with light ray energy. And as this is going on, he lifting up his sword, he puts his shield outward in front of him, and his shield begins to collect and gather earth around it in small little pieces of rock that cover the shield all around. And then he thrusts the shield forward, which blasts all the little pieces of rock forward like bullets flying through the air. And then he slashes the sword down, which makes a beam of light blast forth. And the Melvin has to roll to see if he becomes blinded and hit with the rocks. So he's not blinded. He is used to flashing lights because he uses lightning magic, and so the flashing light doesn't faze him. So he sees the rocks coming. Let's see if he can dodge out of the way of them. Nope. He's able to see them, but he's not quite fast enough because he's focused on trying to not get blinded. And so as he's focused on covering his eyes and trying to do something with his magic to prevent the light from hurting his eyes with his lightning, while he's trying to focus on that, the rocks all blast him right in the side, and he is going to take 10d4. So let's mark this down real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so is 3, 2, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 2, and 2. So let's add this up real quick. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So Melvin takes 23 earth damage. And alright, so he's at 37 health. And with that, after that big blast, let's see if he still has the will to... Oh, yeah, that is the right one. He does exactly 50. So he does still have the will to fight. Awesome. Alright, he is going to, like, wipe his eyes and then look at Rex and go, "That was a good one, friend." And then he's going to use his big spell. He has 150 mana, so he's down to 100. 3 combat points, 50 mana. He makes a lightning cloud appear right above Rex, and it begins to strike down lightning bolts. But we have to see how many. It's 1d6 plus 1 lightning bolts, so 4 lightning bolts, and each lightning bolt does 2d4 lightning damage. So let's see, so 2, so 6, 7, 8, 8 and 8 is 16, so there's 2 lightning bolts, 19, 20, 22, 3 lightning bolts, 23, and what is that one? 3, so 24, 4 lightning bolts, 24 lightning damage, and let's see if he is able to dodge out of the way, so it'll be cut in half, so it'll take 12 lightning damage. And there's Rex's health. So Rex is at alright. And then it is... That barely phased Rex at all, so he, like, puts his shield up, and he puts his, like, sword down onto the ground and lets go of it real quick so it doesn't conduct the electricity as he starts to, like, see it build up. And most of the lightning bolts hit his shield, and only one of them actually, like, hit him in the shoulder. And he kind of just, like, shakes it off, laughing, like, "Ha ha ha, that was also a good one, friend." And then, let's see, since they both already used their big spell, we will have Rex spend his 2 combat points to close in and slash with his light blade, and that is not going to hit. Yeah. So... Alright, and then, so, now that he's close, Melvin is going to, he's going to spend all 3 of his combat points to make 3 separate, melee attacks with his, fist and leg that are all infused with lightning. So he's going to throw a punch, an elbow, and a kick that are all infused with lightning. And alright, let's see if he can get it. A 19. That's one away, because Rex is a 20 armor. Alright, miss. And so as he's, like, throwing his punch, elbow, and then kick, Rex just, like, throws up his shield and like bunkers down as the shield takes a beating, with like lightning beginning to like burst and ripple off of it with each hit. And then Rex is going to spend 1 combat point to condense a ball of light at the base of his fingertips and like spread it up his sword after he picks his sword up, and shoot it forward, trying to like make a burst of light to blind Melvin. See, nope, Melvin still don't get blinded, because he just laughs and goes, "Dude, stop trying. I use lightning magic. Your light ain't gonna blind me." And as like he's saying that, as Melvin's saying that, Rex goes, "You're right, but it's still a great distraction," as he spends his last 2 combat points to collect earth underneath Melvin and shoot spikes up underneath him, and he does not make it out of the way, and he gets ridiculed with spikes. 4d6, 5, 11, okay, so that'll be 12, and then 17, 18 damage as he is like hit and pinned by these spikes, and okay, so sorry, I had to. Alright, he's at 19 health, and Rex is still at 168. So let's see if this breaks his spirit or not. Make sure I grab the right dice. And it does. He is no longer, that is only a 12. He's no longer willing to fight. So, Melvin, realizes that he is, outsmarted and outmatched, and so he decides to pull out the scroll because he doesn't want to die, and he activates it. Melvin is now out of the tournament. Alright, and Rex is the winner. Alright. So, we'll go ahead and do one more. And let's see, the night after everyone is like rested and well, the next day of the tournament comes. Everyone's excited and pumped because the fights have been pretty exciting so far. Everyone's really enthused about getting to fight in front of such a big crowd of people that are from all around the kingdom. Let's see, number 1, that's me! Woohoo! I get to fight today. Awesome! Alrighty. Max, and let's see who we're fighting. Number 4 is Snander. Alright. Ooh, that's gonna be a cool battle. Snander has telekinesis magic. Alright. So, well, it kind of sucks to be him because he's not one of the other 2 heroes. So he's like not even close to being on par with us. Yeah, our base attack plus our water bonuses just alone without rolling kill him in 2 hits. So let's see what happens. There's no way he's gonna go first. Yeah. We got 18 plus 1. So yeah, we definitely go first. And we're just going to look at him and say, oh, how cute. You think yourself to be on par with a hero? As I spend 3 combat points and 50 mana points to just manifest a giant tsunami that comes crashing down onto him, which I have all the stats for. If you get it, is 150 feet tall by 75 feet in length by 50 feet wide, and it descends 10 feet forward and 10 feet down, and 10 feet and 5 feet in width and 5 feet in length every time, every turn when it goes forward. Any creature caught in it must make a save must make 3 saves to see if they are drug up and carried with it. And they have to succeed 2 out of 3. So, oh wow. Well, we're just gonna give him that because that's a 100 on his first roll. So yeah, I'm just gonna give him that one. He uses his telekinesis to just like shield himself and like whip the water around him, and he just like stands there and like a telekinetic like invisible bubble. And after the water like comes crashing down, we're just like standing there looking at him as like water's like dripping from around him off this magic invisible telekinetic shield, and we're just like, what the fuck? You should have been crushed. And he just looks at us and goes, yeah, nice try, but just because you're a hero don't mean you can't beat my telekinesis. And as he screams that, he uses 3 combat points and 50 mana points. He only has 100. He's based on using his trying to not have to use his ultimate spell if he has to, because he can only use it twice and then no other. But he's gonna go for it because he's seen how strong we are, because we are a hero candidate. And the other two are in the tournament. We just have yet to roll them. They are numbers 18 and 19. And so he, like, opens up his, like, specialized school robe that's kind of like a cloak. And he, like, unbuckles it, because it's not buttons, it's like buckles on the front of it. There's like 3 of them. And he unbuckles them all, and he throws the coat open, and as he throws the coat open, he uses his telekinesis to, like, pull out 12 different wands, 6 on, like, each side that line, 3, 6, 9, 12. So, they align in, like, a square in front of him. 3 on top, 3 on the side, 3 on bottom, 3 on the side. And then he concentrates his magic, and he blasts a beam from each one of the wands. The top 3 are fire. The left 3 on the side are earth. The bottom 3 are air. And the right 3 are water. And as they all blast forth and, like, mix and spiral into, like, an elemental attack. Let's see. I mean, let's see if he can. I doubt he's gonna. I mean, our reflexes. Yeah, we rolled a natural 20. Oh, dude. I was gonna try and be nice too and make a save for each of the elements. I just rolled a crit though, natural 20, and my reflex is a 45. So, like, there's no way we don't just dodge out of the way. We just use our overwhelming speed to just, like, step out of the way. As the burst of elemental energy crashes into the wall at the end of the arena next to us, and the crowd starts to, like, cheer as, like, the wall breaks apart and smoke and, like, dust begins to, like, kick up, and everyone thinks I got blasted. And then it's my turn, and on my turn, as the dust slowly begins to, like, dissipate, I walk out of the dust, making the crowd, like, cheer and scream even more, and making Snander be like, "What? How did you dodge all those magic blasts?" And we look at him and go, "Because we are a true hero candidate." And with that, let's pull out. I've got our magic book right here. Let's go ahead and pull. I got a bookmark. Let's see. Let's use our blindfold, because the armor of Ravaging Waters is a blindfold, a helmet, a necklace, shoulders, breastplate, undershirt, gauntlets, arm guards, belt, boots, and 2 rings, one for the left hand and one for the right hand. So we're going to use the power of our blindfold, which is you create a water bullet at the center of this blindfold between your eyes, and then target one creature that is within 60 feet of you. The water bullet has +5 to all of its damage, and it deals an amount equal to 5 plus your highest ability modifier, magical bludgeoning, +5 plus your highest ability modifier, magical water. In addition, for each additional 1 combat point and 10 mana points spent on this past the initial 1 and 20 mana, you can create 2 additional water bullets and target a number of creatures equal to the amount of the bullets created in this way. So we're going to spend 50 mana and create 2, 4, 6 extra bullets, and he's just there. If we hit, he's done for, because just one of the bullets does our 65 base on just the water side, plus the 5 bludgeoning, or we roll a d4, and that'd be 70 plus the highest ability mod again, which is plus our 22, and so yeah. If 2 of these bullets hits, he's dead. So as we just like step out of the dust and wipe the dust from our mouth and our blindfold, we begin to like collect water in front of our blindfold in the center of our eyes, and we just like scan, and boom, we feel the pulse of the water in his body, and we know where he is, and we just boom, 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 and shoot a bunch of water bullets forward. And there's no way we can miss because we've got a plus 21 and his armor is only a 19. So let's roll and just see if we get a crit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then okay, so we don't get a crit, but he is blasted to pieces as the water bullets hit him and start to like blast holes. And like the first one blasts like a hole through his left shoulder and like blasts his arm off. The second one like blasts through his right lung, putting a hole in his lung. The third one blasts through his stomach. The fourth one blasts through his right leg. The fifth one blasts through like the right side of his face. And the sixth one blasts through the like bottom of his jaw, and the seventh and final one blasts right through his heart as he like is like falling to the ground. And the crowd at first begins to like cheer as like they like see him like moving and like from like the blast's force pushing him back, and they think he's like using his telekinesis to like dodge and like bounce him or whatever. But then as it settles, as the dust begins to settle from the water bullets going through him and like hitting the ground behind and kicking up dust as it dissipates, the crowd just slowly begins to realize that he is in fact like not responding and laying on the ground, ridiculed, full of holes, arm all blasted off, leg blasted off, half his head's missing. He's got big old holes in his heart and chest and lung and stomach, and the crowd like gasps and screams, and I just walk off with my arm raised in the air, gauntlets high, and just walk out. And that will be the end of today's session. We did 3 of the tournament battles. Let's see, we gotta mark off Snander. Snander is dead. So he is donezo. Alright. Like, subscribe, and join us for more adventures. Thank you all again, and I hope you have a nice day.